This fish head biryani is a wonderful recipe that you can use up all fish heads, other offcuts, etc., with leftover rice and a few fresh ingredients to make an awesome meal. We're going to use Indian onions, just two potatoes, little bit of ginger, some green chilies, bay leaf, and carom seeds. That is the only things that you need to use apart from oil, salt, sugar, and in the end, we're going to add a bit of coconut milk. So this is all the fish heads that we've gathered over the week. A lot of people throw it away. A lot of kitchens throw away all these things, quite possibly. We have saved this up, and then we're going to use these fish heads for making a very nice and simple biryani. Season quite generously with chili powder and turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon of these powders, and mix it up really nicely. At this point, you don't need to add any salt or sugar to it because you want the flavors to come through as they are. Heat up a cup of mustard oil, add the bay leaf, some fennel and the carom seed. Let it cook a little while so that the flavors come out. At this moment already it's going to smell really, really nice because of the bay leaf and the carom. Carom goes really well with a lot of seafood. The Bengalis use it extensively for their fish preparations, for kebabs as well. When the oil is hot, add in the green chilies, the chopped ginger, the sliced onions, and then fry till slightly golden. We're cooking this over a medium heat on a big, thick stock pan. Keep stirring because it does have a tendency to stick to the bottom of the pan. At this stage, as you can see, it's nicely golden. The color of the mustard oil also gives it a very deep hue. This is 2 chopped tomatoes. Mix this up. This is the only source of acid for the whole biryani. It's smelling really, really wonderful. Now when the onions are really golden, add in the fish heads, which has been marinated for approximately 20 minutes in chili powder and turmeric. Stir it so that the fish heads don't stick to the bottom. That is one of the main things to take care of when you're cooking a biryani. The potatoes going in now. These are 2 diced potatoes. I've used the skin as well. A very, very cost-effective recipe. We made these for team meals, and it's really, really tasty and frugal at the same time. Only cheap ingredients. There's no fancy ingredients, like there's no saffron in this recipe, no rose water, no ghee. So it's literally totally dairy free. At this point, you add salt to the potatoes and the fish because there was no salt initially, and some sugar as well. Always very important to maintain the balance. This has been cooking now approximately 5 minutes. A cup of thick coconut milk to give it that luxurious element, which is usually achieved by adding cream and yogurt in a traditional recipe. This is some crushed cardamom and lemon powder. Will bring out the flavors of the fish even more. The bay leaf, the ajwain, the cardamom, these are the primary flavors. I'm taking this opportunity to take out some of the fish bones. There will be some in this biryani, so the best way to eat this biryani is with your fingers. This is leftover basmati rice from a previous meal, and I'm going to use that. A very cost-effective way of using up leftover items in the kitchen in your fridge. This recipe, but at the same time, it's super tasty and also very glamorous. I mean, biryani is glamour. Layer up the rice nicely. We have the fish and the onions at the bottom and rice on top, and then add some extra moisture. This is fish stock from the bones that we had left over, and this is my specialty. I just like peanuts, the crunch of it. Put on the lid and cook for approximately 20 minutes. After that, once you open the lid, this is my favorite bit, breaking up the biryani. I mean, nothing is more pleasurable than breaking up a biryani. Slowly scrape it bottom up, very lightly, without breaking the rice. That's why temperature is so important. Otherwise, the whole thing will stick to the pan, to the bottom, and then you'll end up with a burnt biryani, which is no good. All this is done over a medium flame to a very low flame when we are cooking it with the lid covered. Look at that, just beautiful, delicious looking, sounding biryani. The flavors are all steeped into the fish, the rice, and the potatoes. Delicious. One of my favorite things to cook is fish heads. Hot.
Nicely seasoned. The rice is hot. It's got all the flavors of the carom seed. The potatoes are cooked as well. Ooh, very nice. Amazing. This is what you want for food. Minimum cost, low cost, not wasteful, and tasty, bloody tasty.
See.